What's the music out of something, I don't know. It's better, huh?
Yeah.
Thank you.
The Dutch are great at soundproofing.
Great ideas.
Yeah.
Amazing. What you got?
It's today the 22nd of October and I'm proud to be here with Carmen Touban.
I'm sorry about that. It's not my fault.
It is.
How are things going with Carmen Touban?
Magnificent. It's like all 25 James Bond films meshed into one. Incredible.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a bit stunned by that.
You're a bit stoned, you say?
You stoned right now?
Stoned and stunned, yeah, absolutely.
This ought to go great.
Earlier this year you released your first EP with a new lineup.
Yeah.
Could you tell me how you found a new bass player,
Well,
Mr. Van Clutter?
there's a local porno shop, and they have a thing called a glory hole, and you stick your cock through it, right? You don't know who's on the other side. So I went in there, I got down to business and knocked on the wall. I said, well, what's your name? He said, oh, my name's Eric, I play bass.
I think he really appreciates your honesty, you know? Yeah.
And here we are.
That's a long time ago. I was very young, didn't know what was going on.
Did you also inhale?
Hmm?
Did you also inhale?
Again, what?
Did you inhale?
Am I in hell?
Right now? Or
Well, I don't think so. I mean, nah,
that's alright.
I mean,
Yeah.
the beer's still cold, right?
Well, it hasn't been cold all day, to be honest. It's warm fucking like that. Fucking beer. Yeah.
Okay, on your EP you also have a song called 63, which features a sample from The Good, the Bad and the Ugly.
Good, the bad, the ugly.
Could you tell me some more about that tune, because it sounds different than the other tunes on that album?
Okay, I'll try to be serious on this one. No, I just, I knew that, like, we were doing, like, a quick EP, and I was, like, practicing a lot of the stuff on a hollow body guitar, and a lot of the stuff that I was playing reminded me of, like, Ennio Morricone, and I kind of wanted to do a song in that style, and I've always enjoyed his soundtracks and like everything that he does is usually really good, and I just wanted to kind of try to recreate that, you know. Yeah, I mean it's not something that we can actually pull off live. We could try it, but I don't think it'd be all that good for the set.
And why especially that movie? Because it's an Italian western. Well, you're
Yes.
an American band, but I would
I
expect
know.
you to use something
I
from an American
I
western.
have a thing about Italians. I kind of like them. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. For good or bad, I don't know. What do you ugly?
I know a band called Good, the Bad and the Sugly, actually. From
Good, the
Oslo,
bad, and
Norway.
the subway.
Sugly.
Cause I've had good to bag in the Subway too. Like if you get the meatball marinara, oh, it's terrible.
Yeah. Imagine. Yeah. What about that Jaeger thing? Is it just gonna stand there?
No, wait.
Oh, yeah, let's break this fucker out. Holy shiza.
That's a ball. I've never seen a ball like that before.
I like whiskey more than this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's see here. What's gonna happen?
What's the next question gonna be?
Well, you mentioned Italians.
Italian.
What surprised me about the last album that there's a cover of a Tom Petty song on it in Italian.
Yeah. Well, a musician friend of mine, she lives in Piacenza, and I came up with this crazy idea to do a Tom Petty song, and I figured that if we want to make it original, well, not original, but not original, but if we want to do a cover, you got to do something that makes it stand out. And so I figured, okay, we drop the tuning and then we get an Italian girl to sing it in Italian, and then she doesn't sing the regular vocals. And then I get the Swiss guy to play solo on it. It seemed like a good idea at the time.
That's great.
I still think it's pretty good.
It's
idea.
good.
Yeah.
You want some Jaeger as well, maybe? Huh?
No, he's stoned. He smoked too much.
Ah,
Huh?
Who? That guy?
He said he was stoned.
You are stoned.
ben je stoned?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're wasted, man.
For the next question, I would like to go back to 1997.
Oh my God.
You had the chance.
I was playing
to-
baseball.
Really?
You,
No.
you had a chance to
That's
put a record
87.
on Roadrunner Records, but they said you couldn't put out a record without a vocalist.
True. Yeah.
When I look at the scene of today, there are a lot of good instrumental bands that have also a very dedicated following of fans.
Dinner.
Go away.
I wondered, did you ever see those fools of Roadrunner again?
Holy shit.
The question.
Wait a second. I got distracted by pizza. The question was.
Enjoy.
Thanks.
Thank you. The question was about the. Have I seen those people from Roadrunner again?
Have you ever talked to them
Yes,
again?
yes. I'm still friends with two of them. Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't. I mean, it wasn't anything that the A&R guys did. It was all the president. The guy was like, I can't sell this. So it was never like my friend. It was that guy.
Sorry, ruin that?
I'm gonna start asking
Stop.
questions now. Anyways, it was never any of my friends within Roadrunner. It was the higher level. Yeah. Can I ask him a question?
Absolutely.
Which version of King Kong do you like?
The last one.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fucked.
So, I don't know.
Eric,
I don't think I've ever seen it, to be honest.
What was the question? I'm sorry.
Which version of King
Am
Kong
I
you
King
like?
Kong?
which version of King Kong do you like?
Oh.
Come on,
70s.
76, baby.
I've never seen the new one.
Man,
That's all right.
it's fucking the dude versus King Kong.
Okay, next
It's
question.
awesome. Sorry, yeah.
Concentrate.
Karma to Burn is known as a band who uses numbers instead of song titles.
No,
As you have so many songs already, don't you ever got confused with the numbers?
nope.
That was quick. Next question. Sorry. No, never?
Well,
Oh, wait.
Neither.
I pulled an audible tonight though. Grassy.
I once read in an interview from 2011
Man, can you stop filming for just a second? Hold on.
You can drink and listen at the same time.
Okay.
that you recorded some songs with John Garcia for a project. I was wondering, have they ever been released?
We recorded the songs, he never sang.
Okay, but those were never released, or did you release one of
We
your own?
released them like instrumentally on some like bootleg Italian label. Unbeknownst to my knowledge.
When I li-
I really have to go to the bathroom, you know.
Okay.
Just do it right here.
Yeah.
Right here?
Yeah, just piss yourself, man. It's good. All the kids
You were
are doing it,
looking
man.
like, oh, really?
Alright. Okay, I'm gonna do it over here.
What else you got?
when I listen to your music, it sounds to me like a soundtrack for a road trip in a deserted place.
A train wreck?
No, a soundtrack.
Oh.
I was wondering, if you had a chance to make a soundtrack for a movie, what kind of movie would you like it to be?
Probably a Western. Yeah, for sure. I like to do it. Yeah, that'd be great to do a Western soundtrack.
That's your favorite genre?
It's not my favorite genre. It's one of my favorite genres, and I just really appreciate most of the music that's in Western culture. You know, the films and stuff like that. I think it's. I don't know. Well, you know, I mentioned Ennio Morricone earlier, and yeah, I mean, you can really like do some really good stuff with westerns. There was Neil Young did a western movie, and it actually came out like the music that he wrote for it was really good. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I think that possibly. Like doing like a comedy or science fiction would be more difficult. I think a Western would be maybe the best.
Okay. But I understood there was already a song of you used in a movie called Driven to Succeed of Mark Coldgrove.
Oh, whoa? What?
There was
Oh,
a track from...
we're in that film?
Yeah?
Well, that's news to me.
Alright. Together with Clutch and a few other bands.
Maybe I heard about that.
It was a bit of an underground movie, I believe.
I kind of heard about it, and then.
So it isn't that you made a new
Well, I
track
don't know.
especially
I mean,
for
it
that
could be
movie?
in there. I mean, it's not something that I definitely know about.
Need some pizza in the meanwhile?
Yeah, come on. Yeah, come on.
You already mentioned Ennio Morricone. I know in an interview I read that you made some mixtapes for in the van when you're on tour. Do you still listen to them when you're on the road?
Well, at the time being, I'm very particular to, I guess you want to say like local radio. Like I kind of like listening to whatever local radio is in Europe, just to get the feel of like where we are and what you would hear around this town or this village, or you know what I mean. So I kind of just hit the search button and then You never know. You could get. I don't know. Lots of stuff. It's just it makes the trip a little bit more interesting. Oh God.
How many more questions?
Oh, keep it coming.
4.
This is gonna be
Oh,
hard.
that's nice, you know now. 4.
I was kind of surprised when I read in previous interviews that the band never smoked any pot when you started out. Which is kind of weird because you make music that's very appealing to stoners and potheads.
It's true. None of us, when we first started, none of us. No, we never smoked. It was drank.
Yeah, you're just not hippies. Yeah.
Have a toke. I think I need another one.
You need pizza
I
as
will-
well, maybe.
Maybe. I will prove this marijuana thing.
Yeah. And I think you need some pizza, wait.
Talking about marijuana, how are the laws in West Virginia on that subject?
Pretty bad. You don't want to get caught with weed in West Virginia. It's not a good thing. No.
So not like California.
No.
No.
California is a little bit easier, lighter. But my understanding is California is a little bit more medical, and then there's Washington and Colorado that have more liberal laws about the weed.
Yeah.
But I don't hardly ever smoke anymore. When I do, it's bad.
This year it's already 22 years ago that the band was formed. When you look back on those, about, give and take.
It's 23 actually.
Alright.
Yeah.
But when you look back on all those years, what do you consider the highlights? Which pop up first?
Probably right this moment, right now. No, I don't know. Jesus Christ.
There are too many highlights.
No. Oh, jeez. I don't know. What are you gonna say? Oh, there's a lot of good moments, a lot of bad moments. I mean, it's all over the damn place. You fucking decide to do this goddamn life, you're fucked. It's either up or down. Nothing in the middle.
But most times up, I hope.
Hmm?
But most times up, I hope.
About 50-50.
Alright. The 4 last question. Future plans. Of course, more playing. Maybe a new album?
Yeah, till they put me down with the pushing up the daisies situation. Yeah, try to do it as long as I can.
But you still enjoy it.
Yeah, about 50,
Otherwise you wouldn't do
yeah,
it.
about 50-50.
Last question. Is there anything you want to say to the readers of the fuck.nl website? who
Wait
are-
a second.
Yeah?
Hold
It's
on, back the fuck up.
F-O-K.
Wait a second. What's this called?
The website is called fuck.nl.
Fuck what?
With F-O-K.
Yeah. Woman, I mean, just, I don't know. If you enjoy the music, I thank you very much. And we'll try to keep on keeping on. And you do the same.
Absolutely.